What's up, fight fans? Bellator 292 is here. A big fight weekend, a big UFC tomorrow with Jan versus Vishavili. But guys, honestly, I think this is the more stacked card, and that's really saying something because tomorrow, for a fight night, that's a really stacked card. Things starting out with Michael Venom Page and Goiti Yamiuchi. Yamiuchi with 28 submissions in his career. Absolutely insane. Oh, and look at this. What do we got right out of the gate? PBR Street Gang. With the donation. You spoil me, brother. You guys don't see it here because he sent it to me in my Apple Cash. But thank you, brother. Thank you, Greg. I seen earlier. I was taking a nap, but I was got up and checked my phone for a minute, and I seen that you had re-upped as a premium member. Thank you for that. Thanks to all the premium members for keeping us going here, and just all the regulars that are here every week. Rob, what's up, PR? Yes, tonight it's another one of these secret Showtime shows that nobody knows about until I tell you. This is tonight. Yes, PR Street Gang, Robert, Jim, PR. What's up, Frankie Trizzo? Mikey, cheers. What do you mean, Frankie? Yeah, why don't you guys get together off stream? Frankie, I don't know if you have the Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and maybe you can show Robert what you mean. Maybe you can help him out. I don't want him to miss that pay-per-view, but I also don't want to get in trouble on here, so... All right, guys, from the SAP Center in San Jose, California, Bellator 292, Benson Henderson challenging for the lightweight title tonight. Number 3 ranked Benson Henderson taking on the champion Usman Nurmagomedov. This is my fight of the night. Alexander Shabliy versus Tofiq Musayev. Number 3 and 4 in the division, and you see there are the matchups for Bellator's lightweight World Grand Prix. They've been having these Grand Prix for, I think this is maybe the 3rd year that they've been having them now straight. This is the best one, guys. This is the best bracket. You have AJ McKee in this bracket. And I can think of 3 other fighters in this bracket that could easily end up winning this thing. One, the champion fighting tonight. Either of the 2 gentlemen that are fighting each other. Of course, it's a single elimination, so one of those 2 will be gone. Then, as I said, AJ McKee is in this one. Just a crazy 2023 lightweight Grand Prix. You see there at the weigh-in, Usman Nurmagomedov and Benson Henderson. Usman with 13 finishes out of his 16 wins, 16-0, 8 knockouts, 5 subs with 10 first-round finishes. Benson Henderson has never been a guy to be finished early, though, in his long, illustrious career. I believe he's only been finished twice, 1 submission and 1 knockout. PR says, but I do like me some MVP getting KO'd. Robert says, agree, PR. I like MVP. I know a lot of people don't like him, though. He's an entertainer. I can completely understand why people wouldn't like him, though. I don't have IG or anything, but you can just Google it. Might take a while to find a good site. What's up, Adam from Allen in the house? What's going on, my man? And here's this 3 spot I was talking about. Tofiq Musayev, 20-4, 16 knockouts, 2 submissions, 14 first-round finishes, taking on Alexander Shabliy, who's on a 7-fight win streak. He's 22-3 with 18 finishes, 11 knockouts, 7 by submission. This is a wild night, guys. Just a wild night of fights. There's just 4 fights on the main card, but man, that might be all we need. I think this is going to be especially exciting. And there they are, Big John McCarthy and Mauro Ranallo. Your cage side commentators for this, if you're watching along. Your other fight tonight is a heavyweight feature title. Heavyweights, Valentin Moldovsky and Linton Vassell. So that should also be a great matchup. But Michael Venom Page, 20-2, of course. The two losses, one of them was his last fight in a split decision draw for the title. He's only lost to champions. One was for a split decision fight for the title. The other one was that knockout loss to Douglas Lima, which he avenged by decision. There you see heavyweights, number 1 and 2 contenders, Valentin Moldavsky and Linton Vassell. So kind of a little mini Grand Prix, if you will, in the heavyweight division, because like in the UFC, you don't just see, oh, who's going to get the next title shot? Well, let's take the number 1 and number 2 contenders and have them fight each other. That's, God, I don't even, I'm trying to remember when the last time the person who got a title shot in the UFC was the number 1 contender. I mean, maybe it happens often, I can't think, but I know there's a lot of 3, 4, 5 guys getting title shots. Probably most satisfying KO of all time, says PR. I didn't realize you hated Michael Venom Page so much, but I'll humor you, brother. Oh, come on. More satisfying than watching Greg Hardy get knocked out in bare knuckle boxing? Like cold? That might be my most satisfying ever. God, I loved that night. That was just a few weeks ago. When I can't remember the guy's name, but I know Robert will really remember him. He was this big biker dude. He's like 280 pounds and just starched Michael Hardy. Or Greg Hardy, excuse me. I'm combining their names. So who y'all got between Tank and Ryan boxing? I got Tank, man. I got to ride with Gervonta Davis the whole way. MVP fights are entertaining. What's up, King James in the house? Yes, I think they're always entertaining, no matter what happens. But as I was saying, he's got just 2 losses ever. I don't know if you guys know as much about Goiti Yamiuchi, but this guy's a stud. The odds are like basically even on this. I think both fighters have been favored at one time or another. But Yamiuchi, he's 28-5. He has 21 submissions. I'm sorry, I might have said 28 earlier, but I'm looking at it on SureDog. 21 submissions, 3 knockouts, 4 and 5 in decisions. Never been finished. This is not a good matchup for Michael Venom Page. Never been finished. Most submissions in Bellator history with 9. Goiti Yamiuchi's. Nobody wants to fight this guy. Coming off of a victory against Neiman Gracie. Knocked out Neiman Gracie in the second round. Before that, he submitted Levon Kelly in a first round armbar. Fight before that, knocked out Christopher Gonzalez 3 minutes. 3:03 in the first. Yeah, he's only got 3. He's got 3 knockouts, as I mentioned, but 2 of those are in his last 3 fights. All finishes. Hey, Josiah Perez in the house, my man. How you doing? I like Tank, but I think Ryan can pull off the win. I mean, he maybe can, but I think his chin's a little soft. If Tank touches your chin, you're done, man. Was up with Tank toting purses at Prescott? Oh, I didn't see that. I have no idea. It's a black thinking. Well, you know, it takes all kinds, James. I don't know. I don't think he's gay, but I could give a shit less if he is. All right, Goiti Yamiuchi in the crowd. awaiting Michael Venom Page, and here he comes. Of course, Michael Venom Page always has a flashy entrance. And see, I've always liked the Flash, and I think it goes back to growing up Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fans. Of course, Mike Tyson was a much different. Roy Jones was the Flash guy. I don't know if you would call what Mike Tyson did Flash. In a way, it was the opposite of Flash, because he would just wear that towel, that cutout towel, but there was always intimidating music and just, would ice the crowd because everybody knew that, somebody was about to get knocked out. All right, Michael Venom Page dancing, having fun, making his way down to the cage. Don't tell me Take's gone woke against toxic masculine. I don't think so. That purse may cost more than my cars, it's Josiah. I don't know. He knocks people out for a living, King James. I think I think that's what the woke crowd's talking about when they say toxic masculinity. I think they hate us all. Oh, and there's that replay of that flying knee knockout that Michael Page had. Of course, ended the career of Cyborg Santos. Yeah, he was kickboxing or karate or both. I know he did some karate point fighting. And I know he's a professional boxer as well, because he'll still have a professional boxing match here and there. Probably just because, God, if you're good and you can draw a crowd, you can draw some money in boxing. Michael Page 20-2, Yamiuchi 28-5. Page 5 years older at 35. 5 inches taller at 6'3", and Michael Page will have a 5-inch reach advantage at 79 inches. I didn't realize Page was 35. He's kind of getting towards the end of his time to make a title run. If you're not a heavyweight, once you get over 35, most guys are kind of in their last year or two. Guess you can tote anything you want when you can sleep, everyone, right? Yeah, I remember Warren Sapp would come out with this bright pink shirt on. If you remember the big defensive end, Warren Sapp. Just like, who's going to say something to him? I think that's why he wore it, honestly. MVP was a British kickboxing before entering MMA, Frankie. Thank you, Robert. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. All right, out of the blue corner with 18 first-round submissions, presenting the number 5 ranked welterweight in Bellator and the all-time Bellator submission leader, Goiti Yamiuchi. And out of the red corner, 12 first-round finishes, 9 knockouts, 3 submissions, presenting Bellator's number 2 welterweight MVP, Michael Venom Page. He came up with point. Okay, he did do both. Okay, so that's why I was. I had both of them in my head. And he just did bare knuckle boxing. That fight against Mike Perry, which a lot of people want to kind of give him crap about for losing, but that fight could have went either way. All right, unified MMA rules, 10-point must scoring system as always, based on effective striking, grappling, aggressiveness, and cage control. I thought it was based mostly on damage now, but Oh, championships, Grand Prix, and main events are 5-minute rounds. So maybe that's why there's only the 4 fights on the main card. I didn't realize Musayev and Shabliy would be 5 rounds. All right, here we go. MVP and Yamiuchi. Yamiuchi, of course, will want to get this to the ground right away. Good inside leg kick there from MVP. I mean, Yamiuchi, he can strike. He's got some power. Good out. Oh, whoa, what happened here? It's over! Second kick of the fight. Michael Venom Page has injured Goiti Yamiuchi's leg with the second strike of the fight. Oh, ow, ow, oh, holy knees. Oh, that was not good. Yamiuchi was stepping forward. He had kind of his leg at a weird angle. And MVP's, I think, seen that. The way he stepped and just cracked him right behind the knee. And, oh, man, that's probably a torn LCL right there. Wow. Are you kicking me? Holy leg kick, right? Damn. If he took more damage than I thought he could endure against Perry. Yeah, he proved that he was more than a pretty face, because I know a lot of people think, you know, like kind of with the style that... Oh, and Yamiuchi putting the thumb up, but they're stretching his leg out here. Man, you got to feel bad for Yamiuchi in this, though, and you got to hope he's not going to be out for a while. Oh, yeah, his leg just looked really weird the way he stepped there. Man, an MVP, that's the precise striking. I imagine that probably comes from that point striking in karate. There you go. So Big John McCarthy saying he thinks patella, and here come the paramedics. They're going to stabilize the leg and carry him out of here. Good to see that they're taking precautions to not injure that leg anymore. Most violent person, that's what I call him. Yes, MVP could fight again tonight. He definitely could have him. Yeah, he probably would have been one of the better guys back in the day to fight, to fight the one-night tournaments. Because he's had a lot of those where he just finishes guys very quickly. Man, I picked Venom Page to win this fight. But I knew the odds were very close. And I thought, man, if Yamiuchi can get it down, it's going to be hard for Page to fight off those submissions. And he never got the chance. And, this is what MVP has done on several occasions. Just finished fights very quickly. They mentioned his Bellator debut was a 10-second fight. He had the flying knee knockout first round against Cyborg Santos that cracked his skull. Kick ruptured his patella tendon. Yeah, that's crazy. MVP has some iconic, devastating strikes. Yes, that's King James. What's up? Clavin in the house. Yo. Seen his kneecap raised after the kick. All right, so there you go. Michael Venom Page. 26 seconds of the first round. And as I mentioned, he is 35. Probably got one time, might only have maybe 1 or 2 title shots left in him.
You know what? First and foremost, I want to wish Goiti a speedy recovery. It's hard to even want to celebrate when he's right there. I'm actually a fan of him, his work. It was a pleasure to grace the cage with him, but I really do wish him a speedy recovery.
You did this once before in another fight that I actually was in this cage, where you did something that I'd never seen done before. I've never seen that done before. What is it about you that you bring this power, this speed to this cage?
You know what it is? For me, I feel I work hard to be here, man. I'm dynamic. I know it looks like it comes easy, but I'm busting my ass every single day in the gym just to put on a show for everybody here.
11 knockouts. He now has the most knockouts in Bellator history.
Yamiuchi just defended his title. It looks like he might be going up against Jason Jackson, but is that a
got
fight
a new
that
bong? Nice.
like the winner of?
You want to see me fight myself? You want to see that fight? Let's make it happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the man, Michael Venom Page.
Well, after that performance, he might walk right back into a title fight. He's at number 2 right now. How do you even hail a caved-in skull like what Cyborg had? I don't know, Travis. That's scary, man. But you don't fight again. That was it. He did not fight again after that. I mean, I know he says he works hard, and I believe him. I'm sure he does work hard. For a guy to have kicks like that, though, and flying knees, I mean, most guys, almost everybody knew him, they all work hard. It's like this guy just has, like, I don't know if he has harder bones than everyone else or what, but, I mean, it's no coincidence that he's done things like this several times now. Yeah, I seen that right afterwards, Robert. What's up, yo, Greg Brimstow? Hey, I seen you earlier. Thanks for re-upping the premium membership, man. Appreciate you as a premium member. Cyborg actually returned to MMA about a month ago. Oh, really? I didn't realize, King James. Oh, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Yeah, I don't know how caved-in skull like that heals. Frank says, bad for Bellator. They brought out the big guns first just for a lackluster fight. Yeah, I was surprised this was the first fight. I mean, there's only 4. It probably should have been the second. Because the next one's a good heavyweight fight. It's number 1 and number 2 contenders. I mean, the winner will get Ryan Bader for the heavyweight championship, and maybe that was the reason, just the rankings, because your co-main event is, a lightweight Grand Prix fight. That number 2 and number 4 ranked lightweights. I thought when I seen that would be fight of the night, not just for this card, but for the weekend. I mean, that's the most intriguing fight for me on tonight, between tonight's card and tomorrow's UFC card. Just a wild fight between Tofiq Musayev and Alexander Shabliy. When I seen it come out, I thought, oh, good, Tofiq Musayev is coming out. This guy is a monster. I mean, he knocked out Sydney Outlaw. I was there in Tacoma when he knocked out, which is just south of Seattle. He knocked out Sydney Outlaw in like 30 seconds. But this Alexander Shabliy guy, he is the real deal. He's actually a favorite tonight against Tofiq. So that's an incredible looking fight. These guys both of them have almost 100% finishes. 20-4 for Musayev, 23-3 for Shabliy. And here comes Valentin Moldovsky. His last loss was against Ryan Bader. Tonight he goes out there, he's trying to get a second crack at the champ. Same with UFC, debuting on network TV, and Kane got KO'd right away by JDS. Yeah, that was a nightmare, Frank. I have no idea what they were thinking on that. Because it's like, if you're going to schedule for an hour and you're just going to have one fight, I mean, you're kind of banking on it going the distance. And with those two guys, I had no idea why they thought it was going to go the distance. And there was the weigh-ins, Moldavsky and Vassell yesterday, weighing in at 230 and 235 pounds respectively. We'll go ahead and change the names of the fighters here. All right, Russia versus UK here in San Antonio. Here he comes, Linton Vassell, the number 2 ranked heavyweight in Bellator. So everyone's smoking. I got biscotti and kosher mac strain, says Robert. 18 of 23 wins by knockout or submission for Linton Vassell. I don't believe Linton has got a shot at Bader. So if he wins tonight, we have a chance of seeing a new matchup. What's up, Kai's 25? No, Cyborg's not fighting tonight. Oh, you do think you re-signed with Bellator, huh? What's up, Rob? Yeah, well, of course, Chris Cyborg Santos is with Bellator. They could have shown a fight that happened earlier in the card, but it was just Kane getting KO'd. Yeah, that was, I don't know what they were thinking, Frankie. Cyborg Santos fought for some unknown MMA organization. Hey, I've been doing good, Kais. Thank you. Busy, but good, man. How about you? A lot of doctors playing physical therapy and hip injections last week and this next week. Yeah, it sucks, Robert. Smoking for free. Old man down the road always has the ganja. Oh, that's nice. I'm sure you hook him up with a little something, too. I'm sure you guys probably trade in your community. All right, here he comes, the number 1 contender, Valentin Moldavsky. A combat sambo world champion, and he's dying to get another crack at Ryan Bader. One of these two, Bader's getting up there, so one of these two guys could be the future at heavyweight here in Bellator. Of course, the future could be Francis Ngannou. Who knows where he'll land at? But, man, that would be just an enormous signing for whoever got him. Bellator has the money. They have Paramount backing him. Honestly, everybody talks about as much money as PFL puts out. I don't know if they have the money for Francis, though. All right, Moldovsky 11-2, Vassell 23-8. Linton is 8 years older at 39, 3 inches taller at 6'4". Linton weighed 2 more pounds at 239 pounds and he'll have a 5.5-inch reach advantage at 80.5 inches. 39 years old. I know he's a heavyweight, but if you're letting Vassell, I think he's kind of got to win tonight. If he's going to have any title aspirations. What's up, Jim? Smoking some indica and black hash mixed. Oh, same. A lot of work drama. Oh, that sucks, man. I can't stand drama at work. All right. Out of the blue corner with notable wins against Tyrell Fortune, Tim Johnson, Sergey Karatanov, Liam McCreary, Emmanuel Newton, some big names on there. The number 2 ranked heavyweight in Bellator, Linton Vassell. Hey, cheers! Eddie Alvarez in the house. At Jim, is weed illegal where you're at? How much is a quarter of decent stuff? All right, now to the red corner with notable wins over Roy Nelson. He has defeated Linton Vassell the first time, unanimous decision. Tim Johnson, Javi Ayala, and Carl Albrechtsen. The number 1 ranked heavyweight contender in Bellator, Valentin Moldovsky. UFC's got a couple of bangers tomorrow. Yeah, that's a stacked fight night card, King James. That's one of the better fight night cards that they've had, period. Probably since they've been on ESPN. Yeah, that's stock full of good fights. Which is amazing because it's sandwiched by pay-per-views. One last week, one next week. Just so many good fighters there now. Oh, smoke is indica. Pay $125 an ounce off a wholesaler before it goes to dispensary. Nice. All right, the 2 men will face each other. We'll see if we get a glove touch here. I think we will. No bad blood between these two as far as I know. There's the glove touch, and here we go. The winner will face Ryan Bader for the heavyweight championship. Number 1 versus number 2. Vassell in the blue gloves, Moldavsky in the red. Outside leg kick from Vassell to start things out. And you know how some nights, like the same thing will keep happening. Good inside leg kick for Vassell. Right hand for Moldavsky. Watch the leg kicks tonight. Good left hand there from Vassell. And a good body kick there from Linton. We'll see if Linton was able to adjust from their first fight. Good takedown from Moldavsky. Catch the front kick. But Vassell right back up. Good scramble there from Vassell. Oh, right hand right on the chin from Moldavsky. Vassell lends a left hand back. Throws that kick again. Moldavsky grabs him. Slams him to the ground. Vassell didn't learn the first time. Dude, you got to throw that kick differently. You're going to get taken down every time. I mean, Vassell's good at getting back up. But, you know, he's facing a World Combat Sambo champion here. Smoking on some Kalisha Kush, ATM, and Kush Mints. Nice. Oh, Frankie S. legal, 40 an ounce. Not sure about a quarter. 40 an ounce, holy crap, that's cheap. And Moldavsky working on a guillotine here. Hard to see how deep that is now. It looked like it was fairly deep. I think it still is. He's got both hands clenched. Oh, and he's out. Vassell's out, and they're up. Good knee to the body there from Vassell. And they exchange right hands in the center of the cage. Here we go. You can hear this San Jose crowd enjoying themselves. And for those that didn't know, tomorrow, yes, UFC will be in Vegas, but they're not at the Apex. Thank God. I enjoyed the Apex for some things in the beginning, but geez, give us a crowd. Good body kick there from Vassell. Good inside leg kick there from Moldavsky. 2:15 left in the first. Nice left hand there from Moldavsky. Oh! Oh, a big shot from Len Vassell! Moldovsky is hurt. He is hurt. Huge elbows from the top. Here comes the ground and pound. Another elbow. And Moldovsky is out! Are you kidding me?
You got knocked the fuck out.
And Linton Vassell, at 39 years old, has defeated Valentin Moldovsky in his rematch, and he will get his first crack at a heavyweight title. Wow. You could tell in that first round that both guys were they were really going for it. A lot of power shots landing early. Boom. There was just a huge right hook on the chin. And Vassell goes from underneath. Instead of going for the submission, he lands a few punches, waits for Moldovsky to turn around, gets the mount, and starts dropping those big elbows. And it was one of those big right elbows that put the lights out. Wow, he might have been out for a second after that right hook. He might have been out and woke back up, because that was a solid shot. Damn. So 2 first-round finishes, 4 fights on a main card. We're 40 minutes in, and we got the co-main and main event to go. We might wrap this one up quickly. Wow. Of course, Clavid. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Little too quick, but Rob says, no, my lighter just died. Hope you got some matches. Never was a big toker and preference edibles. Yeah, I've never smoked it, actually, King James, but yeah, the edibles, that's fun. When I mean, it's all hybrid, you don't get a pick. Windsor, Ontario. Yeah, I remember you were in Canada. Of course, that's why it's so cheap. It's Canadian weed because buds are pretty good. I smoked before. Oh, that's awesome. They're cheaper than the States there, huh? I was just, what a ground and pound. Nasty elbow knockout. That's good. It's going quick. I'm almost out of beer for the night. Like I said, tomorrow, mega card, 2 big UFC fight night. But wow, 2 first-round finishes in early going. Nasty elbow knockout for sure. Roll a joint and light it with the stovetop. Yeah, if you still got those old school stovetops or that type of school, I don't know if that's old school now, I guess. But Linton Vassell getting it done. Congratulations, Linton Vassell. He will get Ryan Bader next. 3 minutes and 3 seconds of the first round. Ryan Bader, you better be ready, buddy. Because Linton Vassell is coming for you. It's been a long time coming for Linton Vassell.
Grandpa Pearl's got to be pretty happy back in London right now. Wait, I didn't understand the words he said. I'm too gassed up from the wind, so I didn't hear what he said. Grandpa Pearl's got to be pretty happy.
I like that shirt. I want one of those. If you guys can't see it, it says face meets fist, and it has a guy crossing his arms with a skull cap. That's pretty cool.
But when you landed that right hand, you went right to his back. Yeah, it's funny because I had a little dream that I was going to drop him at some point and finish ground and pound. And I just threw the hook, and that's what happened, man. Got the ground and pound finish.
Oh, yeah, Moldovsky was so out of it with that right hook. He really couldn't defend himself. And then that right elbow just put him all the way out.
You don't see anybody get away from you once you get that top position. The question was,
damn.
are you going to be able to get it against Moldovsky? There was no doubt after that right hand.
Thankfully, the ref jumped in and he didn't take any more unconscious shots. Wow.
But we got back to our feet, and I thought, let's go to start throwing some hands, and that's what happens when I throw hands. This probably
That's 5 knockouts in Bellator for Vassell.
It's got to look at you and say, That's my next fight. How do you feel about that rematch?
Well, there's no probably. It's Ryan Bader. He knows it. I know it. Dave knows it. It's going to happen soon.
This weight of 238, 239, is this the magic number for you?
Yeah, it's a perfect number. About 239, 240, the magic number. And it shows from, this is 5 now. You know, 5 wins, 4 stoppages.
Yeah, he looks sleek. 5-fight winning streak, 4 stoppages. Yeah, he's sleeker than he was in the past there for Linton Vassell. And, you know, that's not too much below, well, it's 10 pounds below, I guess, what Gone and Jones came in last Saturday. But,
Faced off for the light heavyweight title. He was stopped, but now he has a chance, and this is why he said he came back to the heavyweight.
yeah, he looks really good around 240. Canada keeps it cheap while they mess with their hunting rifles. I could do that, but I was in the middle of a bowl. I have a Zippo that will work. Just hate using that for weed. Bader been Bellator champ for years. Yeah, quite a few. Quite a few years. He's won, I think, 2 Grand Prix. And man, I know he lost the light heavyweight championship to Alexander Korshkov a while back. And I can't believe he was defending both, though. Because he's not a small heavyweight. I think he usually comes in about the same as Vassell, about 240. But yeah, he hasn't lost the heavyweight for a while. Yep, Robert. The rifles, how dare they? Yeah, I know they don't like the rifles there in Canada. You gotta, I mean, not that we're one to talk, I guess. I mean, our government's about as, functional as, or non-functional as any, but, yeah, you guys' prime minister, he's a bit of a friggin' wacko over there, isn't he? Wouldn't want to live in Canada because I couldn't carry a pistol. Hey, Frankie Teresa, all you need is these. You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day. Totally illegal to have a pistol here. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. That's pretty crappy. Yep, I'm not the biggest gun guy myself. I have some. I have some in the safe for self-protection. But I like to think if somebody broke into my house, I want to have some fun with them. I picture it going like something like on Saw. I'm going to shut the lights off. I'm going to play some scary music. I'm going to know they're in there. I'm going to start breaking some glasses. I'm going to find this person. I shouldn't be saying this thing online. Scratch that. That was a script from a movie I seen. And 3 shells only in a rifle. True. Pistol 2 away as I lay in bed. Not even for bear defense, Jim. No pistols. Fook that. If I lived around bears, I'd have a 50 cal Desert Eagle. Yeah, you gotta have a real high caliber for bears. All right, there's the lightweight World Grand Prix. You see Musayev and Shabliy next. I gotta rewind that just a minute and pause it though, because you got Brent Primus and Bernawe. They're fighting May 12th in Paris. Benson, Henderson, and Usman Nurmagomedov, of course, the main event tonight. Musayev and Shabliy are next. The third match of the trilogy, Pitbull and AJ McKee That one's still to be determined, but that is also, they are both part of this Grand Prix. So that's why I like you, King. 300 Magnum, 303, or 3006. 4570, standing in corner, 6 feet away. Did you guys see online, I think that was in Canada, maybe it was the last, but somebody had a bear break into their house, and they had to, he shot it a couple times with this pistol, but he didn't have a high enough caliber. Maybe it wasn't in Canada, because they probably wouldn't have had the guns. Maybe it was in Alaska, but he had to call a neighbor to come and help him, because this bear was in his house, and it was like in his kid's room, like by there. So this guy, instead of going in the house, because he didn't want to, be fighting an injured bear, he actually shot the bear through the window from the outside. I don't remember what the caliber was, but it was a real high caliber gun. Shot it like 3 times, and it was still a minute before it went down. It was a big freaking grizzly bear. Don't actually carry a pistol, but I have one under the car seat. Yes, King, ain't no one robbing. You come in your house without big problems. I usually keep mine in my safe. I realized, like, having my gun out and just like having it out and stuff and thinking about it. And I've carried in the past. I've had it in my car. I've carried at work when I was in a real bad neighborhood. Even when I wasn't supposed to, I was like, I'm not coming in and working the shift with these guys without carrying. It was too dangerous to me. And then I have it in the house, but like if I'm carrying around a lot, I start to get paranoid a little bit. I start to walk around the house with a gun in my hand, and I don't know why. It just kind of makes me more paranoid. Pistol is right next to my bed nightstand loads. Oh, yes, King, ain't no one robbing you coming in your house without big problems, right? I'd get in trouble if I shot a guy breaking in if he had only a knife. Are you kidding me, Jim? Oh, that's sad, man. I guess you should just, if he's got a knife, you should probably just get in trouble then. Because I would shoot that motherfucker. I ain't going hand to hand with some dude with a knife. Need a shotgun for a bear to knock it down. Yep, she shot it, killed it. Oh, heard of a Native American woman shot a bear in the head, point blank range. It broke its head through the window. Shot it, killed it. Yeah, you need like a shotgun or something real high caliber. He said, Frank, you don't shoot a bear with a scatter gun unless it's a slug. That's what it was. Somebody had a slug, Jim. The one that I was talking about, that bear that broke into the house. I was listening to it on Rogan, actually. Robert probably heard it. I think it was the Michael Malice episode. This last episode to go up. Not here in Arizona, man. We have a castle law. What's a castle law? Not familiar with that one. Love Texas and New Hampshire. Stand your ground law. You can kill someone in your house, even if they had no weapon visible. Frank Caterina says, shotgun shell with 5 balls, 12 or 10 gauge. Got access to pigs. Police would never even be called. There you go, King James. What's up, Torn Brown in the house? How you doing, my man? I hope you watched those first 2 fights, man. If you didn't, if you got Showtime, you should go back and watch those. Incredible 2 first-round finishes. Weed, bears, guns, only on Fights with Friends. That sounds like the name for a good show. Weed, bears, and guns. I mean, how is YouTube going to demonetize videos and for me and suppress me when they advertise Cocaine Bear? Yes, King, that's how I would take care of a problem. Hypothetically, of course, because you never know who's listening. I know you're speaking hypothetically. My daughter actually just got her house broken into in Spokane, which is scary. I'm glad she wasn't at home, but this was about a week ago. They smashed her window. I guess they scratched up the floor a lot. Luckily, the only thing they stole, they must have really been in a hurry because the only thing they stole was her DSLR camera. But, man, yeah, I think she seemed to take it really well. I was like, I don't know if she was in shock or what, but, you know, I've been really worried. I was kind of like, hey, you need to come home. I don't want you there. People several of the houses in that neighborhood have been broken into, but we kind of talked through it, and she's like, Dad, can I come get my gun from the house? And she's going to be 21 in April. I said, yeah, you better grab your gun, because I probably need to get her something a little better. Oh, I don't know if you guys... had a hard time getting onto this one. That's weird. It says the stream is waiting. It said 17 waiting for a second. I'm not sure why, but now it's telling people that this is upcoming. I'm not sure why. I just got a message from Dean saying YouTube's wonky on his end. How weird. Well, I'm going to send him this link. All right, 30 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. I think everybody in here is probably subscribed, but if somebody's watching and you can't chat, that's why, because you're not subscribed. Hit the fact that every time there's a shooting in the state, we suffer the results here. Oh, that sucks. Oh, are they going to ever book Tony Ferguson a dang fight? I thought you said he retired, Torrin. I thought you told me that. Idea that you're allowed to protect your home and stand your ground by any means necessary. Castle law. Castle law is federal and applies to every American home occupier. Okay, yeah, that's why I was confused when Jim was saying he couldn't shoot somebody with a knife, but I guess Canada doesn't have that. California, if a robber breaks in your house and hurts himself on broken glass, you get sued by the robber. Glad I got out of there. Yeah, that's insane. I want to fill up my water cup real quick as they're stepping into the cage, guys. I won't miss anything, though. All right, Alexander Shabliy 22-3, Tofiq Musayev 20-4. Musayev 4 years older at 33, an inch taller at 5'10". Here we go. People went to jail shooting people in their house in California. Oh, that's insane. Too weird to have to come in from an angle. My notification bell link. What's up, Dean in the house? Oh, it's fake news. That sucks, man. All right. Out of the blue corner, 18-22 wins by finish. Oh, I got to get the right fighter names on here. Oops. We got to talking about guns. You guys distracted me. All right, 18 of 20 wins by knockouts or subs, 16 knockouts, 2 submissions. Tofiq Musayev. Also the number 2 lightweight in the world. Shabliy is number 4. Referee for this one is Jason Herzog. Does anybody know how Mike Beltran's doing? He had some big health issues, and I know that's why he wasn't reffing for a while, but I expected to see him back by now. I've not seen him in a while. Castle law doesn't apply in California. Oh, that's ridiculous. People went to jail shooting people in there? Oh, man. Well, I've had police tell me that if someone breaks into your house, and I'm not saying this, and I'm not telling anyone to do this, but this is what I've been told by several police officers, that if you shoot somebody and they break into their house, make sure they don't live to tell the story. Not saying I don't agree with it, but I'm not endorsing it. All right, Musayev in the red gloves, Shabliy in the blue. A good outside leg kick there from Shabliy early. Like I said, both these guys almost 100% finish rates. This was my pick for fight of the night as soon as I seen this announced. And that's, like I said, that's not just for tonight. That's for the whole weekend. Tomorrow, Tim Tszyu, Kostya Tszyu's son, who is a world champion, fighting on Showtime Championship Boxing for anybody who's interested. That'll be after the UFC, so you wouldn't miss anything. And, of course, I called fight of the night in the first minute. Oh, there's a big right hand from Shabliy. They're really filling each other out here early, though. But yeah, both of these guys are snipers. They know how dangerous the other one is. And they know there's a lot on the line because the winner of this Grand Prix not only will be the new lightweight champion, they get $1 million extra on top of their regular purses. And I don't remember watching Shabliy fighting a lot. I know Tofiq. I mean, he is usually super aggressive. He just knocked Sydney Outlaw out. I think it was 37 seconds in the last fight. Oh, good right hand right on the ear there from Musayev. But a lot more technical fight this time. He's in there with obviously an opponent that he has a lot more respect for. Good inside leg kick there from Shabliy. And another. Sydney Outlaw, I believe he was scheduled. He was supposed to be fighting for the championship that night, and the champion couldn't make it. Tofiq Musayev steps in and just put him to sleep immediately. And I was pretty new to watching Tofiq Musayev fight, but everybody was there for him. Like all the flags, like over half the crowd, they were all big Tofiq Musayev fans. One, two there from Musayev. Shabliy really picking his shots, I guess, tonight. Been really hesitant to engage here. Inside leg kick there from Shabliy. I mean, he knows Musayev's a murderer. Oh, there's a good right hook from Shabliy. Hey, Billy Hughes in the house. Good to see you're home, man. Home finally, Mike. Looks like Mike Beltran is doing good. He posted pics of him at a hockey game. Oh, good thing. More happy to see you're at home, though, Billy. I hope you're doing much better, man. Oh, there's a shot from Shabliy. And Mosayev went down there temporarily. I think he was mostly off balance, but good inside a leg kick there from Shabliy. The right hand from Mosayev. And they exchanged flurries in the center. Mosayev stalking Shabliy, content to be the counterpuncher. Left hand to the body there from Mosayev. And Mosayev throwing those shots with ill intentions, but Shabliy blocking them. That one, too, got through for Tofiq. And they both land right hands there. Seconds left here in the first. Oh, good right hook to the body for Tofiq. Tofiq came in at plus 145 underdog tonight. And he catches a front kick there from Shabliy. Lands a nice flurry there at the bell. Great round for Tofiq Musayev. 10-9 Tofiq. And third fight in, this is the first time we will ever see, or that we will see a second round tonight. Not ever see, but first time to see a second round tonight. That's pretty crazy. Took 8 days. My lung bounced back and pneumonia is gone. Well, thank God, man. All right, Kong Lei in the building. Of course, 8 of his 9 wins by knockout in his career. Former UFC veteran. So no one's got Benson winning. Not really, I think. Wow, second round. That 1,000 plus underdog looks tempting. Oh, he's more than that now, man. Last time I seen, I think it was up to like 1,400. Oh, no, it is plus 1,000. I'm sorry. Nurmagomedov is a minus 1,800 favorite. But, yeah, Benson's still plus 1,000. Yeah, that does look tempting, PR. You never know. Benson's he's a tough dude. He's only been finished twice, ever. And Nurmagomedov, I think he's only had 3 fights go the distance. And he's never been 5 rounds. I guess he was 5 rounds in his last fight because he's champion now. It was a unanimous decision. I think just the one time he's been 5. Good left hand up top there from Musayev. Starting the second round here. Like I said, a technical match. Both these guys, they know this is a 5-round bout, though. All the bouts in the Grand Prix are 5 minutes. Yeah, King James, first fight to make it out of the first round, at least on the main card. I didn't watch the prelims. Oh, good 1-2 there from Musayev. He looks sharp tonight. The odds makers, I wanted to bet on Musayev, and the odds makers made me think because they had Shabliy as a favorite. I was like, well, what do they know I don't? They still might know something, but... Oh, good right hook there from Musayev. I lost bad the last time I was betting, so I may not bet for, I don't know, I'm not going to be real quick to put down big bets anyways. Oh, nice 1-2 there from Shabliy. And I think Shabliy has the faster hands. He just needs to let him go. Both these guys have big finishing power. As I said, almost 100% finishing for both guys. Good body kick there from Musayev. And Musayev cutting off the cage. Oh, there's a 1-2 from Shabliy. And you see that speed as he ducks under a right hook from Musayev. Good body kick from Musayev. But Shabliy looking much more alive here in the second round. Gets out of that way of that 1-2 from Musayev. Oh, and there's first takedown attempt of the night. Musayev, oh, good defense there from Shabliy. Not even close. And they exchange knees to the body. Musayev still got a body lock here, but Shabliy, he's got his hips locked here. He's not going anywhere. And they exchange knees, and they break back to the center of the cage. 2 minutes left in the second. Oh, nice left hand there from Musayev. Shabliy's, his guard is just so tight. Never takes his hands away from his face. Does a good job of blocking the body as well. Oh, and good right hand there from Musayev. And another from Musayev. So I'll look at the chat in between rounds, guys. I feel like this fight could really be over at any moment. Good left hand there from Shabliy. Both of these guys, big finishers. Oh, and there's a big combination from Musayev. Or excuse me, from Shabliy. Left hook and a right hand. Pushing Musayev up against the fence. Another right hook. Shabliy showing that speed now. Inside leg kick there from Musayev. But you can tell Shabliy, he was studying Musayev, and he feels like he's learned something now. He's starting to find the range. He was patient. Now he's ready to eat his prey. Oh, good right hand right on the chin there from Shabliy. He's such a sharpshooter. Oh, good right hand there from Musayev, and catches a kick attempt from Shabliy basically at the same time. That was pretty impressive. 10 seconds left in the second. Oh, spinning back fist attempt there from Shabliy. Good defense from Musayev, ducking underneath it. And that's the end of the round. Through two, I have it 19-19. I gave that round to Shabliy. All right, let's go through the chat here. I see a video of Floyd Mayweather and his goons chase Jake Paul down the road. Jake ran scared for sure. No, I didn't. I didn't, Billy Hughes. That's crazy, man. I'm sure they're trying to... it seems like they're trying to build that fight. I think Jake wants a different fight in between before he fights Tommy Fury again. If he does. PRCI did. It's hilarious. See Tank try to clown Ryan. Ryan responded with, "Shut up. You look like you fell there through a rainbow." Oh, jeez. No, I missed that. I think that Tank's going to put Garcia to sleep, though. All right, round 3. Can't wait for Tank and Garcia. Oh, yeah, it's going to be crazy. So, Mike Stipe versus Jones, July 8th in Vegas. My B-Day is 11th. They say we plan a Vegas trip, go to the Fights and Fight Expo. Good right hand there from Shabliy. I was just talking about that with the wife today and realizing, so before, oh, low blow there from Shabliy. Musaayev's going to need a minute.
Restop the groin. Restop the groin. Restop the groin. Restop the groin.
Ow! 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 My balls!
We've got tickets in White River Amphitheater in Auburn for a Hank Williams Jr. concert. And then, so since I already had that, now the next day, we're going to see Snoop Dogg in the same venue. Are they taking my point? Oh.
Right now, that's a fair blow, but the kick, coming down got him in the cup. If he can't continue, this fight's over.
Oh, so he's telling him it's a loss if he can't continue on Mosayev. He said it was a fair kick, but it came down on the cup.
Yeah? Okay. Get rid of it. Hey, can you continue? Hey, can you continue? No. There's no more time here. Come here.
Oh, Tofiq playing a little bit of translator games here. They're asking him, can you continue? They're playing a little game, buying him some time here. Oh my goodness, it is all over Tofiq Musayev. Excuse me, saying he cannot continue. Interesting. So they were saying it was a solar plexus kick. When the foot was coming back down, it caught the cup, but so that's not considered a low blow? I'm really confused here.
This is what we looked at. Both great strikers. It actually ended off a strike. Take another look at it.
Oh, man. So I gotta see what they're talking about. Oh, that was definitely a solar plexus kick. Yeah, and then so he kicked him in the solar plexus, and then he kicks him in the groin, though.
And then the foot comes down there. But was it the kick to the solar plexus, or was it?
That reaction did seem like it was the kick from the solar plexus. Maybe that ended it, though. I have mixed feelings on that. I understand what Jason Herzog's saying, and I think he thinks it was from the solar plexus. I think it probably was as well, but I can't be sure. Because it looks like Musayev's reaction is from the actual solar plexus kick, and then he takes the foot down low, which was not near as hard a shot.
So let me try to explain this to you, what you have. You had a fair blow land on the body, and then there was what we would call incidental contact with the foot coming down, touching the groin. Watch what happens here.
Okay, John McCarthy explaining this here.
Front teep kick right to the solar plexus. It's well placed. Boom, it hits.
Oh, yeah, it's the solar plexus kick that hurt him.
To the groin, but it's truthfully the kick to the solar plexus and that sternum area that causes him the problem. And so Jason Herzog, as the referee, is looking at this saying, hey, it was a fair blow.
That's a tough one. That's a judgment call on Jason Herzog's. I don't want to override him or not, but with a different referee, we maybe get a different situation here. So yeah, not exactly the way we wanted to see this co-main event end. But damn. King James, I've supported Tank his entire career, but I'm confused over him going all girly. I didn't hear anything about that. You putting money on Tank? I don't know, man. Another 400? No, I'm definitely not another 400. I like shotgun a beer. Oh, I'm not. I gotta work. I gotta be up at 1 o'clock in the morning, guys. So I took a little nap before this. I'm not real upset if this main card is a little shorter. Didn't hit the groin, hit the belt line. Yep. Oh, it's gonna end. Oh, remember the vid of Tank dancing that Rolly posted before their fight? Oh, that Rolly posted. I didn't see that either. Slap fight has to be the stupidest thing I've ever laid eyes on, says PR. James says 2 shots that hurt. Dude, WTF was Dana thinking? Makes you sad to know what a dim-witted world we have built, right? Alexander Shabliy won, man. He won because they determined it was the shot, it was the kick to the solar plexus that hurt Tofiq Musayev, and the belt line strike was not really a strike. It just kind of touched on the way down, incidental contact. From what I've seen, I don't see any reason to not agree with Jason Herzog, but definitely an interesting situation. So yeah, it was a big solar plexus knockout, and kind of took a little bit of the shine off Alexander Shabliy just because of the incidental contact around the waistline afterwards that made it look like it was because of a low blow. That's what I assumed it was a low blow at the first time. Got Ryan G beating Tank, says Torin. I don't even like boxing, but I'm definitely tuning in for Ryan G and Tank. That should be crazy. I think Curtis Blade's going to be John Jones' toughest fight. I agree. Stream the selection show on Sunday. Yes, Billy. Selection Sunday, we're doing it. Something about them slap fight. Dudes' faces contort in slow motion. It's hilarious. All right, 32 watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm going to get you guys a link. I just set up an NCAA tournament. Today, everybody can pick 2 brackets.
I would like to thank all my fans. You guys are the best. Thank you for the support. And whether you like it or not, I'm going to be the champion. I'm going to get that belt eventually. Thank you. And by the way, Tofiq is a great guy. He's a great opponent. But I have to move on.
Real quick, this puts you in a position where you're going to take on the winner of Patricky Pitbull or AJ McKee. If given that ability, which one would you rather face?
Вы теперь вот есть возможность либо Питбуля, либо Макиева встретить в следующем поединке. Кого бы вы предпочли?
All right, so here we go. Here's a link. Click that link, guys. So far, I'm the only one in there. You'll see me. My name is Walla Walla Zaga. Something different, I don't know. I'm a Gonzaga fan. Here, and I'm from Walla Walla, so I don't know. I used Walla Walla. Oh no, the link is too big for the YouTube chat. What the fook? That is bullshit. I don't know why the damn link is so long. Yeah, I'll put it in the community. I think I already did. I did earlier today, but that's stupid that they won't let you put that big of a link on the chat, though. That's frustrating. All right, so look for it on the community page, guys. I will post something. Maybe it was only on the Facebook page I did, or maybe I did both. But I'll make sure they go on both. What's up, Phil D. Roll? It's on Twitter. I know that. Oh, I'll post. I can share the tweet too. Phil D. Roll, what's up, my man? Second super chat of the night. Thank you, my friend. PBR Street Gang and Phil D. Roll with the super chats tonight. So it's a movie on Tubi called Lord of the Strats. Oh, as Rampage Jackson is the bad guy. And Anderson Silva is one of the henchmen. Oh, well, I'll check it out, man. I love fighters in movies. Anderson Silva also going to be in the new Roadhouse movie. They are filming right now. All right, main event up next, guys. Benson Henderson. He's been doing this for a while. Taking on Usman Nurmagomedov. And Benson is a big underdog tonight. Plus 1,000, minus 1,800 for Usman Nurmagomedov. But Nurmagomedov, as I mentioned, I mean, he's rarely went to a decision. And Benson's a really hard guy to finish. Smooth Benson Henderson, true good guy of the sport. Yeah, I love me some Benson Henderson, man. He is a good guy, too. Oh, Khalil Roundtree is a convict fighting for his friend. Oh, yeah. I think I heard Khalil Roundtree talking about this movie on JRE. I'll have to check it out. Benson Henderson, been turned professional in MMA back in 2006. 17-year-old veteran. Damn. I knew he'd been fighting for a long time. Him and Pettis. Pettis has been around forever, too. Two-time MMA world champion. He's had the UFC, the WEC. I believe he would be the first ever UFC, WEC, and Bellator champion should he win tonight. Oh, what's up, Jim? Jim with the super chat. Thank you, Jim. Go in that pot. Benson had wars with Showtime Pettis, Frankie Edgar, and Cowboy Cerrone. Yeah, I was just looking at his record, too. He left the UFC on a winning streak, which is rare. You would think if somebody's leaving the UFC, you know, they're leaving on a loss, but Benson Henderson did not. I'm assuming the UFC just decided not to match Bellator's offer. Ferguson been fighting for a long time too. Made debut February 2008. Yeah, some of these guys are back from that kind of, I don't know if you call it the second generation or third generation, but yeah, it's when Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz and Randy Couture were kind of running things around the time of Tough One. Which I believe, I want to say Tough One was 2005 or 2006. In that short-lived, on that short-lived Spike TV. Thank you, Jims. Don't forget to like and share. Clay Guida debut in 2006 as well. Damn, yeah, Guida's, yeah, that's a fun guy to watch fight, for sure. And those of us that grew up with the sport, it's kind of like we're waiting. Kind of feel like sometimes we're kind of waiting for that new generation to kind of turn the page. We're starting to see some of them. Usman Nurmagomedov. champion here. He's part of that new rage. A lot of this new generation, though, is going to be kind of what happened to boxing in the early 2000s. I think it's going to be a lot of Russians and Ukrainians. Of course, in the UFC, you got a lot of killers. You got, champion already, Islam Machaev. And a lot of other tough guys over there. A guy seemingly almost nobody wants to fight in Hamzat Chimaev. The caveman. Robert says, Mantuba, no fighter has more heart than Guida, for sure. Collection professional in 2003, 20-year-old vet. Damn. Yeah, I like Guida. Yeah, Masvidal's been doing it forever, too, like 18, since he's like 18. Saw Guida fight at my first UFC live. He was all energy. The main event that night was Kenny Florian defeating Joe Lozon. Oh, sweet. I didn't know that, Billy. UFC, he was in 2006. I know he went pro in 2003. Yeah, long time. For those that have been of us that have been watching for a long time, or since the beginning, some of us. It would be fun to see Benson get a belt. Like I said, he would be the first ever WEC, UFC, and Bellator champion. First guy to have those 3 belts ever. And this is probably going to be the last chance of one of those guys to do it. Because is Benson Henderson the last active former WEC champion? No, Showtime Pettis. I think him and Showtime might be the last 2 active former WEC champions. Because, of course, Jose retired last year. Little Evil Jens Pulver just went into the Hall of Fame. Uriah Faber's long retired. Who remember those 3 legendary fights between Sam Stout and Spencer Fisher? Oh, hell yeah. That was an incredible trilogy, Torin. Love to see Guida fight live ringside and get blood all over me. First I thought he'd be champ for a long time. Sure had the gas for it. Dominic Cruz, you're right, Billy. I thought there was maybe another one, and I couldn't think of it, though. Couldn't think of who it was. Was Leonard Garcia ever champion in WEC too? I think he might have been. And he fought in bare knuckle not that long ago. I don't think he's fighting in WEC. Oh, was Dustin I didn't realize Dustin Poirier was a WEC champion. Okay, Eddie Wineland. I started watching WEC. I'd been watching UFC, but I started watching WEC like towards the tail end. Garcia was never champion. Yeah, you can tell I didn't watch a whole lot of WEC. So, if I'd have known more about it earlier, I would have. But yeah, all those guys in the UFC kind of came in and surprised me. I was seeing a lot of them for the first time. Remember, I paid $25 for UFC 1 in 1 or 92. What's up, Brian R? That's awesome, man. The first one we had available on pay-per-view was 3. And I think it was $25 too. We had rented 1 and 2 from the video store on VHS. But the pay-per-view wasn't even anywhere. Or wasn't everywhere, excuse me. We were in a small town in Walla Walla, Washington. And, 1 and 2 were not available. But then when 3 came out on pay-per-view, my buddy's dad let us order it on his cable. Mike Brown, WEC champion, but retired in 2014. Oh, he just came back and fought not that long ago, though, right? Garcia got second place with every title shot. Participation trophy, right, James? No, he was a fun fighter, though. I like the little guys in WEC, but not under 155 in UFC. All right, Benson Henderson, keys to victory. He says you must make it dirty. Never stay on your back. I agree with those keys to victory from Big John McCarthy. Uriah Faber was also WEC champ. Yeah, I remember that. I knew that. Do some parts of Washington border California? No, we just border Oregon and Idaho. Yeah, I know Chael Sonnen was a WEC fighter. Wasn't there some controversy too? Shouldn't he have been champion? Was that in WEC where he actually beat the champion, but the champion didn't make weight? So they said it wasn't a championship bout? Yep, I remember that Brian Stan was. Everyone has a story of UFC 3. Severn versus Hoist was cut short. And you had to watch the whole event again. Oh, yeah. No, I thought that was 2 that ran over, though. Was it 3? Because 2 was the 16-man tournament. Paul Harris cheated versus Chael in WEC, I know. Oh, maybe it was Rosemar Paul Harris. That guy was just a cheater, though. Benson Henderson, I'm here in Tacoma. Oh, you're in Tacoma? Brian, nice. I'm about an hour from you, brother. I'm in Lake Stevens. Mike Conway was also a big-time WEC champ. I'm on the other side of Seattle. You're just south. I'm just north. All right, Usman Nurmagomedov getting prepped to get in the cage. Benson is in the cage. Oh, no, you're in Seattle. Oh, sweet. Sona lost to Paulo Filio, then got a rematch for the 185 title, but Filio went crazy and didn't make weight. I meant here in Washington. Yeah. That's cool, Brian. All right, Usman Nurmagomedov's keys to victory. Use the jab and push kick often. Don't hesitate to use your wrestling. Well, Benson Henderson's got some pretty good kicks himself and, of course, some pretty good wrestling. Even though they're the same weight class, I think Benson might be a bit undersized tonight for Usman, though. I expect Usman to be the bigger dude. All right, Usman 16-0, Benson 30-1. Benson 15 years older. That's the big number tonight. 39 against just 24. Nurmagomedov 2 inches taller at 5'11". He'll have a 2-inch reach advantage at 72 inches. Benson Henderson, number 3 ranked in the division. Which WEC never merged with UFC. Me too. Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like it was more fun to have both leagues. A lot of warming up there for Usman. You see, you throwing the 1 and 2, and then practicing the double legs. Well, he's got a 5-round fight ahead of him. I guess he's only 24 years old, but don't wear yourself out before it starts. All right, guys, here we go. It is the main event of the evening. Out of the blue corner with notable wins over Patricio Pitbull, Jorge Masvidal, Josh Thompson, Clay Guida. He is the former WBC and UFC featherweight champion of the world, And the number 3 ranked lightweight in Bellator, Benson Smooth Henderson. And out of the red corner with an undefeated record of 16-0, 13 wins by finish, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout and 5 submissions, presenting Bellator's lightweight champion, Usman Nurmagomedov. Referee will be Herb Dean. Five rounds for the Bellator lightweight champion. You got to wonder, they got both the big UFC refs here tonight. I wonder if either one of them will be in Vegas tomorrow. Vegas is not a long ways from San Jose, though. So, but it's an early card tomorrow. Prelims start at noon tomorrow. Main card starts at 4. Cantwell fought Brian Stan, WEC. Oh, yep, Jamie Varner. Must be some good fish in your area, Mike, for trout and salmon, that is. Yeah, there's some good fishing around here. Some good fishing at the lake by me. They have a bass tournament, actually. Good inside a leg kick from Hendo to start things out. Good jab there from Usman. And Henderson catches that first steep kick. Oh, both guys falling down with a kick there. But it's Benson that falls backwards. Usman throwing big shots. Big right hands to the temple. Benson Henderson. Oh, no. And it looked like Benson could have ended up with a better position if he hadn't fallen backwards. And now Usman on top, throwing elbows. Benson Henderson in a world of trouble right now. Usman's had a lot of first-round finishes. Benson, a guy not been finished. He's not been finished a lot. I think he's only finished twice in his career. But, wow, Usman teeing off with shots here on the dome of Benson Henderson. Oh, my goodness. Nurmagomedov just riding the back and just teeing off on Benson. Looks like he's going to look for a submission now. He's got hooks in. He's not under the chin yet. He doesn't necessarily need to be, though. And he might be trying to get it without being under the chin. Benson pulls his hand off. 3.5 minutes left in the first. Benson's tough, but this is a long time to survive in this position. Robert said this is not going out of the first round. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, man. It looks like it's going to be tough for Benson to survive this first round. Oh, and Usman turns him over. On top, he's got the hooks in. Oh, he clasped the choke there for a moment. He's not under the chin, though. And Benson trying to stand up here, but Usman's got hooks around him, and he's got all that weight on him. Oh, big shots, hammer fists, and oh, man. Usman Nurmagomedov just having his way. Oh, and now he gets the choke. He's underneath. He might have this. And Benson taps. And there it is, Usman Nurmagomedov submitting Benson Henderson in the very first round. Benson was really never in the fight. Wow, Usman just 16-0, just dominated Patricio Pitbull in his last fight. Now he gets a first-round finish over Benson Henderson. This guy's going to be tough to beat. I really hope we get to see him versus AJ McKee. They're both in the tournament. Oh, and look, it was a kick to the chin that Usman had landed. So Usman fell because he was off balance, but he knocked Benson down with the shot on the chin. So I think Benson was stunned. Usman recovers quickly from falling off balance and jumps on top of Benson and never let him get away. Jose Aldo, Henam Barao, Korean Zombie, Roger Huerta, all came from WEC. I knew it's all over. What a short night of fights. Yeah, Benson got destroyed. He's 39, Jim. Yes, damn, Phil D. Rowe. All right. Hey, thank you, Patrick. Thanks for being in. Take care, brother. Guys, a big UFC night tomorrow. Question mark kick was quick as food. Yeah, man. Usually you don't see a guy that's this polished by the time he's 24. But, you know, he came up. He came up in this shit. These guys now, they come up in this game. Did Benson just lay his gloves down? No, they're not going to be at the Apex. They are at, I can't remember what it's called. It's in Vegas, but it's another venue. It's a smaller venue, but it's not the Apex. They'll at least have a crowd. Possibly trying to retire. He looked bad. Yeah, I probably should. What's up, Days Hip Hop? Nurmagomedov finished Benson Henderson first round, Days. Rear naked choke. Biggest story of the night, I think, which was an upset, was Linton Vassell knocking out Moldovsky, #1 heavyweight contender, to solidify a title shot. Get himself a title shot against Ryan Bader. No, tomorrow's not T-Mobile. I can't remember what it is, but it's like some smaller casino or something. Let Benson fight at home is a goodbye fight. I agree, Billy. It's got choked out in first round. I heard it was a hotel in Vegas. Maybe it was a hotel, Josiah.
Executed question mark kick. You brought it, making it look low. You brought it up high. It landed flush. At that moment, did you know, oh, this is my time. I know I've got it.
I was going to see if it says on the website. Yeah, the Theater at Virgin Hotels is what it's called. And we got another Nurmagomedov on the card tomorrow. Saeed Nurmagomedov. And let's put up that card real quick. Of course, we'll be doing that tomorrow as always. So, we'll go through that card real quick before we end the broadcast. All right, Jan versus Volishvili. Of course, the main card. The main card's starting at 3 now. It was starting at 4 before. So prelims start at noon tomorrow. It's an early one. Oh, and we got to set the clocks forward. Yes, tomorrow night. Don't forget to set the clocks forward. Thank you, Billy. But notable, like I said, this is a pretty loaded UFC fight night. Second fight of the night, we got Tyson Nam and Bruno Silva. That's a fun flyweight fight. Arian Lipsky and J.J. Aldridge. I really like that fight, the women's flyweight bout. Victor Henry and Tony Gravely. Oh, an emotional Benson Henderson being embraced by his wife here. Oh, he's really taking this one tough. Yeah, he's really taking it hard. This is not a guy that is used to getting finished. A couple fights already canceled tomorrow. Well, I noticed it because originally, the main card was supposed to start at 4 Pacific. Now it starts at 3. Josiah says, Jonathan Perez, let's go. He fights out of Plainview, Texas, 20 minutes from where I live. Oh, that's awesome, Josiah. Well, I hope he wins. Rafael Assunção coming back. Last time I seen, I thought he was a slight favorite. Maybe this changed a little bit against Davy Grant, minus 135. He's a slight underdog. Carl Williams, Lucas Brzezinski rounding out the prelims. Then we get into the main card, Vitor Petrino and Anton Turcos. I think that got moved up from the prelims. I think that was originally a prelim fight. Mario Batista, Guido Canetti. Yes, there's Jonathan Martinez you were talking about taking on Syed Nurmagomedov. And this co-main event, Ryan Spann, plus 140 favorite tonight. I actually favor him, though. I think he's got a great chance against Nikita Krylov. But here for the veteran fans, let's hear some Benson Henderson. A son, 7-5 for 20 plus years. He also dates back to WEC. Damn.
Hey, San Jose, I love you. I had some great moments in this building. I had some tough moments in this building. San Jose, you guys have always been here. You guys always show up. Thank you guys for that. To the whole world, thank you guys for all the love, all the support throughout my career. I always told myself the last 4 fights I signed with Bellator.
Oh, he's got his gloves. This is it, guys.
Then it's about that time. I've had a nice long run. I've done a lot of great things. Was able to do a lot of amazing accomplishments.
There it is, Benson Henderson, a legend of the sport, just put his gloves in the center of the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet, give it up for Usman Nurmagomedov and the legend, Benson Henderson.
The legendary career of
I started wondering that when I seen how emotional it seemed like he was taking it. You were seeing, starting to see some tears, a little more emotion than you would see, with maybe your average loss.
lightweight champion, former UFC lightweight champion,
And wow, yeah, Benson Henderson, former WEC and UFC champion. That's one more former WEC guy, like I mentioned, no longer in the sport. He went and grabbed those gloves back, though. I wasn't sure if the fighters, I'm like, when they leave them in the cage and they walk away, I was thinking, I'd want those gloves. So he put them down in the cage, and it looks like he grabbed them back up so he could... So he could keep him. But, man, I don't know who's going to beat Usman Nurmagomedov. Can't wait to see him fight AJ McKee if AJ gets through Pitbull. But, yeah. That's a tough one. Seeing Benson Henderson go out. But that's... it's about that time. 39 years old. Been around for a while. Cheers, Phil D. All right, back to this card for tomorrow. That's going to be your 3 spot, Nikita Krylov and Ryan Spann. I think Ryan Spann's on a tear, guys. This ends up being at a catch weight. I'm not sure who was over. Did anybody watch the weigh-ins? But somebody was over because this is supposed to be at light heavyweight. So now at a catch weight. Then your co-main event. Man, this is a great heavyweight bout. Alexander Volkov and Alexander Romanov. Moldova versus Russia. And then the main event out of Georgia versus Russia. Marab Velishvili versus Petr Yan. I got a funny feeling that Vishvili is going to pull off the upset tomorrow. I know he's a plus 215. He's a tough stylistic matchup. But Petr Yan is dangerous everywhere, though, as well. So, really hard to say. But it's all my heroes retiring. My Glory Day fighters are all gone. All but gone. And I feel Stipe may retire if Jones beats him in July. I think he retires either way. But that's such a tough fight for Stipe. He just turned 40. He's going to be almost 41. I believe he's 41 in August. Yeah, this is... It would have been tough enough for him to pull off a win against Jones if they were the same age. But with Jones being 5 years younger, that's a really tough fight for Stipe. AJ doing movies has already got 1 foot out, in my opinion. Well, he's always said, when they asked him, he says, what's your biggest goal? And he said, my biggest goal is to make the most money in fighting in MMA history. And I don't have an issue with that, because these guys, they can only do it, of course, for a short amount of time. Of course, we like the guys like Donald Cerrone, the anytime, anywhere, or the Nick and Nate Diaz, just step forward and always ready to fight. But and AJ McKee, he's always ready to fight. He's an entertaining dude, but he also understands that there's a business side to this. His father, AJ McKee Sr., of course, was a fighter of many, many fights. Yan versus Merab, that's going to be good. There's pure hatred there. Yeah, they do not like each other. You're right, Jim. Says Merab will win, in my opinion. Robert says Merab destroys Yan, in my opinion. Jim says I'm voting for Merab. Yeah, I think so too, man. I think Merab takes it, even though he's a big underdog. Stipe said he weighs 280 plus during an interview after John beat gone. Really? I did not see that. Mike, I'm rocking my new hat. You'd like it? It's Seattle Mariners retro logo. Oh, I like it, Billy. Go M's. Yeah, baseball season starting March 30th, opening day. You'll have to get over here so we can go to some Mariners games. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining me tonight. Just a quick wrap-up. Just 4 fights here. But things started with Michael Venom Page defeating Goiti Yamiuchi. It was the second strike of the fight. Just over 30 seconds, I believe it was a leg kick, popped the kneecap out of Yamiuchi, ending the fight. Then the second fight, heavyweights. We had Linton Vassell upsetting Valentin Moldavsky, the number 1 contender, knocking him out in the first round. Beautiful overhand right, followed by some vicious elbows that knocked Moldovsky out cold. He's got the next shot at Ryan Bader for the heavyweight championship. Then in a fight, I guess I jinxed it. I said it would be fight of the night, Alexander Shabliy and Tofiq Musayev. These guys were just warming up in the second round when Shabliy, actually it was a great kick. It just became a little anticlimactic because we didn't understand what happened. But a good front kick to the solar plexus from Alexander. The foot came down, inadvertently hit around the belt line. But from everything we can see, John McCarthy agreed, Jason Herzog, that was not the strike that did it. So Alexander Shabliy knocks Tofiq Musayev out of the Grand Prix. And then in your main event, Usman Nurmagomedov disposing of Benson Henderson quickly and easily in the first round. The legend Benson Henderson retires tonight. Yes, tune in Sunday for me and Mike's streaming NCAA selection show. Yes. Can't wait for that one. Have a nice night, y'all. See you tomorrow. See you, Robert. Night, guys. Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Jim. Night, you filthy animals. All right, guys. Thank you. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses tomorrow.